Good morning from Kavanaugh Hyundai, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Tuesday, September 13th, 7:14 a.m. I wanted to get out somewhere away from my house where I could do this video, and I thought, well, I'll go up there and get some free electricity because it's still free for now. I wanted to do this video because yesterday, MS Paintless Dent Repair returned the Niro to me, 2021 Niro EV EX Premium, and they repaired all the hail damage. The only thing that really stuck out to me was the hood. I can't tell anything now. There were, geez, a whole bunch of little dents in the hood, and I could see most of them. I can't see anything now. And I know that I think it was back here. There was some dents. I don't see any, or maybe it was here. I don't see any. And he said the roof was the worst part, which I couldn't really tell a whole lot looking at the roof because they were so small, and the fact the car is white hides them better. But I see nothing. I don't see any. If there's any dents hiding in there, you certainly can't tell. $2,395. The insurance company gave me $2,700 and some change, so I actually made about $300 profit. And I even submitted the quote from MS Dentless Paint Repair that showed it was going to cost $23.95. I've never noticed that. Wonder what that's for. Has something to do with aerodynamics, maybe. Maybe air comes through the front and out there, and it keeps it from going around, which makes it more aerodynamic. But anyway, he said that, State Farm gave me more than I needed. At first, they tried to say I had a $500 deductible, and I didn't. And they would have gotten by with that if I hadn't talked to my agent, because my agent said, you got $0 on comprehensive. You got $500 on collision, I think they said, which I thought was $500 deductible all the way around. Evidently not. So then, when State Farm Corporate tried to, settle with me, they're going to send me something like $1,900, $2,400 more or less, minus $500 deductible. I called my local office, and they said, yeah, that's not right. We'll have them redo it. When they redid it, they took the $500 deductible off, and they raised it like $300 or $400. In the end, I got a check for like $2,700 and $27 and some change. And anyways, I paid him $23.95 and made a little bit of money. And I was worried they were going to raise my rates, even though I read on the internet that most times they won't if it's a non-moving claim. If you didn't have a wreck, that would be like hail damage, glass breakage, acts of God, tornado picks it up, I guess. And I've got my premium, and it went up 15%, my new premium. I called them, and they said, no, it had nothing to do with that. It was just a lot of Kias are getting stolen. I said, well, those gas Kias. I don't think electrics are, but okay. And they said the part cost went up. And what's funny is 6 months ago, it went down something like 20%, 15 or 20, 25%. It went down a lot, 6 months ago. I'm back up this month. Maybe they decided they were charging too little. I don't know. It's still pretty cheap. It's somewhere around $70 a month, even though I pay every 6 months, just because it's one less thing to worry about. Don't have to worry about paying it every month. But anyway, MS Paintless Dent Repair did a great job. Listen to that. What that is? That's the battery coolant system, cooling down the battery because it's getting hot. Sitting here taking this electricity. Let's see how many kilowatts we're getting. And then I want to talk about that car right there, and leasing in Arkansas and how it sucks. Still getting 58 kilowatts. But anyway, I want to talk about this car. This Onyx 6. Man, that is so cool. I came here and talked to him about it a few weeks ago. And they're not open or I'd go inside. The guy wanted to run the numbers on a lease. Now, I didn't tell him, but their website says something like $380 a month, $360 a month, something like that. They came back with over $500 a month. And it's 15,000 miles a year. But the reason why, because leasing a car in Arkansas, we're one of the worst states for leasing cars. I'm 58 years old. I've never known a single person that's ever leased a car. Let's walk around and look at these cars while we're talking. So anyway, my wife loves those Santa Cruzes, but they're yucky poo gas. But anyway, they in Arkansas, for one thing, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Chevy dealer agreed with me on this. I talked to him about a EV over there too. Now he may have been agreeing just to agree with me, but he said, yep, that's right. In Arkansas, you have to pay the full value as far as sales tax goes up front. Like that car, it's I'm thinking, I can't remember, 40 something thousand dollars. I had to pay sales tax on 40 some odd thousand dollars even if I lease it. The full value. Then when you trade it in 3 years, you don't get credit for that sales tax when you trade it in. So you're paying sales tax on old $40,000-$50,000 that you're never ever going to get any type of credit for. So if you lease a car in Arkansas, now sales tax is about 9.5% here, 9 to 9.5% depending on the county, but when it comes to buying cars, it's only 6 or 6.5%. So basically for every $50,000 would be about $3,200. So let's say you buy you lease a $50,000 car, you're gonna pay over $3,000 in sales tax, and then if you trade it back in 2 or 3 years later, you'd get no credit for that, and you got to pay that $3,000 again. So if you lease a car every 3 years, you're paying $1,000 a year, $1,200 a year maybe, $100 a month in sales tax that you're never going to get back. That's hard to swallow. No wonder I'm 58 years old and I've never known a single person to lease a car in this state. I bet there's very few of y'all out there my age that doesn't know anybody who's leased a car ever, not one time. Now, maybe there's people I've known from me that did and they just didn't tell me. But here's Ioniq 5. Wait, this is a 6.2. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, let's look at this. Price tag on this is $47,000. So yeah, about $3,000 in sales tax if they don't have any incentives or anything. But if they do have incentives, it don't matter because you got to pay sales tax even on the incentive. And I'm sure it's the same in your state. If you get a $5,000 rebate, you got to pay sales tax on that rebate, which is dumb. Ooh, look at that. That is, I love this matte. I love a matte finish on cars. Look at that. But anyway, that's the way it is leasing in Arkansas. And there's some other things too that are really goofy. I can't remember what they are now, but it makes no sense to lease in Arkansas. Right over there, you see the Toyota place? Let me zoom in. I don't know if they still have it, but they have something called Toyota Plus Financing that's only available in Arkansas, at least used to. We bought a new 2013 Prius once, brand new from that dealership. After we bought it, everybody swore up and down we had a lease. I said, I ain't got a lease, I bought it. No, you got a lease. I said, my name is on the paperwork. That ain't the case with the lease. Well, I don't care, you got a lease. Because they came up with Toyota Plus Financing just for Arkansas, is what the dealer said. Because lease laws are so screwed up here. And the way it worked was they gave you in writing. You bring it back in 3 years. In writing, they said, bring it back in 3 years with this amount of miles or less in good condition besides normal wear and tear, and we will give you X dollars for the car. They agreed to buy the car 3 years down the road for a certain dollar amount, which is just like a lease. And also, at the end of that 3 years, there was a balloon payment due, and you had a choice. You could get it refinanced, you could buy it, you could give it back to them by paying a $250 fee for the guaranteed price they said they would buy it for, and trade it in. I don't know, there were 5 options altogether. It was written just like a lease, but it was a purchase with a balloon payment and a guaranteed buyback price, which you can do all day long. Any of these cars like Hyundai right there, if they wanted to, they guarantee they'll buy that car back in 3 years from now for $40,000, $30,000 if they wanted to do so. You know, and there's nothing outside the law about that, and that's all they were doing. But anyway, if you in Northeast Arkansas and you need some repairs done to your car, a dent removed, I don't like black. Just don't like it. Then go see Mark, the owner of MS Paintless Dent Repair. He'll do you right and he'll do a good job. We had a lot of hail damage in this area, so it took me 3 months to get paid by State Farm and get in. Now I thought about having him fix it and just pay it out of my pocket and get reimbursed by State Farm, because I was one of the first ones to call him after the hail damage. He could have fit me in just a couple of weeks, but I was afraid to. And good thing, because State Farm, one of the things they wanted to do is they wanted to take control of my camera. They called and said, hey, we want to take control of your camera and we'll take pictures and stuff as we need to. We'll just tell you where to position the camera. And I was like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna call my local branch just to make sure this is legit. Because one, he sounded like he's from the Middle East. I said, I'm gonna call and make sure this is legit. And then I knew it was legit, because he goes, okay, yeah, please do. Call your State Farm office. Yeah, do it, and then call me back. If it had been a scammer, he would never have said that. But I went and called, and they said, yeah, that's the way they do it now. My friend Manor said, nope, I ain't doing that, because he recently wrecked his truck. He said, I'm not doing it. I'm not letting them take control of my phone. And I said, well, it's legit, and they didn't do anything. I don't care. I ain't doing it. And I said, well, I'm sure they have another way to do it, you know, if you refuse. But anyway, how about you? You gonna let your insurance company take control of your phone? I didn't mind once I confirmed it was legit, but I can certainly understand why somebody wouldn't want to. Absolutely. And look at all your Santa Cruzes. Wow. Anyway, signing off here from Kavanaugh Hyundai, where you can still get free electricity for now. I'm surprised they hadn't started charging yet, because I'm thinking it's been here for a couple months and been free. Maybe they're not going to charge, but I would. I mean, yeah, that's it's normal for these to be free for a few weeks, maybe a couple months. But it's getting to the point where I'm going to be scratching my head thinking, they're going to start charging at some point, surely. I don't know. But anyway, that's a nice car. It'll go over 300 miles. That's the long range. And it charges so fast. Super fast. I would love to have that car. But a poor man like me is just out of my reach. I'm blessed to have this one. Absolutely. No need in trying to get too much. Besides, if I got that, people will think I have more money than you can shake a stick at. Then anytime anybody in the family or somebody needed money, they'd be coming to me like, could I borrow some money? I'd be like, I don't have any money. I'm broke. Right next door is the Kia dealership. Speaking of that, I have pretty much a rule when it comes to family and friends. I don't loan family money. I will give it to them, maybe, but I'm not going to loan it to them. Either I'm giving it to you or you ain't getting it. Not going to do that. Not going to ruin a relationship with a family member just because they don't pay a loan back. And I also have another rule. I don't give anybody money if the head of the household isn't working 2 jobs. The first thing a man does, if you're a man, the first thing you do if you're having trouble paying the electric bill or putting food on the table is you go get a second job. Yeah, it's going to suck, but I don't care. You're a man. You got a family. You got to take care of them. And I'm sure most of you men agree. And if the head of the household is not going to work 2 jobs unless there's special circumstances involved, I ain't helping them. That's just my own personal rule. All right, y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching.